Hey everyone, Shawn, Savannah, and Munashe, we're going to be helping you in this video and we're going to be giving you 3 renditions of how to, stop rushing your downswing. We hear that a lot. And another thing that we hear a lot is, hey, you look like you're swinging too fast. And so, well, how do you remedy that? And this is going to be the basis of the video, because if you really think about it, if you think, well, I got to slow down my swing, there's literally an infinity of different variations of slowing down a swing. But which is the best way for your machine that's been on this planet for a very long time, that is looking out for you and getting ready to make sure that you stay and survive and thrive on the planet? It already knows what rate that you should be swinging on for yourself. So stick around, find out for you how this is going to work. It'll really pay big dividends for you. So let's start with, I'm swinging too fast. And this is something that you really enjoy.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you focused on just before you swing and take your shot? And that's where the magic happens. That's where, for a lot of you, you're missing the boat. You get ready to hit the shot and you think, okay, everything's all right. Now I'm ready to go. What should you be focused on at that particular point?
The feel.
The feel of what?
The feel of heavy momentum.
Heavy momentum. So let's look at what heavy momentum is all about. So if you were a carpenter and you had that hammer and you were tagging nails all day, would you shove the hammer into the nail, or you would use the weight of the hammer?
The weight.
And that's the reason why hammers have different weights. It's just like when you go play baseball. If you're going for a friendly match at a baseball game and you don't have your favorite bat with you, and you look at the collection of bats that they have, the first thing you do is you weigh the bat.
Right.
You say, that's too heavy. You go, that's too light. Ooh, that's just right. And then you grave your name in that sucker.
Yeah. That's
right?
mine.
Because you know you're going to be able to perform with that particular baseball bat. So now if you were going to toss that hammer into the net, like horseshoe tossing style, there you go. So do you see yourselves or Savannah rushing something like that?
No.
Pretty much impossible, right? So now if you were to use both hands, and let's say you were tossing my way with your right hand and tossing the net's way with your left hand, and that's basically how you would do it there.
Yeah.
Again, you're just moving in relationship to the weight of that hammer. So if you yank that sucker around, you risk injuring yourself.
Yeah.
Well, the fun part with the hammer and a golf club is that they both fall at the same rate. So why would you swing a golf club any faster than what you just did there with the hammer?
You shouldn't.
And you typically don't you?
Yeah.
So now, what would that look like in a golf swing if you were to swing your club? And that's what we talk about when you get set up. You want to feel the weight of your club and your arms from the shoulder sockets down, so from here. So your arms have a certain weight. Average is about 9% of your body weight for one arm. Times 2 plus a club for a 200-pound person, that's about 40 pounds.
That's a lot.
You start swinging that at high velocity, it's going to have a tremendous swing weight. That's why we talk about swing weight for golf clubs.
Right.
So now let's see you delivering in the direction. So we pick a shot. We're going to let that heavy momentum go through this dandelion stem that way. Look at that. And just by simply staying with that feel, you notice that your swing is getting more and more rhythmic, less and less rushed.
Yeah.
And you feel that you can start providing more compression to that golf ball, right?
Yeah.
Let's see a couple more. So you're feeling the weight of those arms and you're letting that weight deliver through in that direction. Nice.
That was pretty good.
Very nice. So another individual we've been following very closely in the last couple of years in his development in golf, his name is Munashe. Come on over here, Mu. So now, Munashe has been no stranger to a gym in his lifetime. The man's played some serious football at Queen's University.
Basketball.
Yeah.
So the man is very strong. And he's probably the only one that I know that I won't test him on his grip strength either, because he has that magic rice bowl that rice bucket that he uses. So for you to swing a golf club, you could basically swing that club at any speed you want, like a pit bull with a rag doll.
Yeah.
So it feels very light to you, and it's very easy to whip around.
Yeah.
But if we were to put that same context that we just talked about with Sav, what would that look like? Come on over, Sav.
Because I always have to tell him to swing slower.
Yeah.
Right.
You're already
So-
strong enough.
Right. So now how would you describe that for him so he could, perform that task without having to think about how slow to swing?
The only way I could describe it in a way that he would probably be able to actually hold on to is that feeling of finishing your backswing and have that little levitation pause
Yes.
at the top.
Right.
Not like a pause, but a little set and
Right.
You know what I
So
mean?
okay, so let's examine that real quick for a second. So here's what we're going to do. Now, Mo, you've watched me do this a couple of times, right? I've done it right-handed, but I'll do it left-handed with you guys right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting this sledgehammer swing
Yeah.
in both directions in front of me,
that right there.
right? So you'll notice that the change of direction from backswing, and now at this point it's levitating, like you said.
Yeah.
So I've got some momentum swinging through, then it levitates up, it pauses itself,
Yeah.
starts down on its own, and then my goal, my responsibility to myself is get the heck out of the way,
Yeah.
right? So I don't get injured. So let's see you do that, back and through.
Okay.
Look at that.
That's way better. Still swinging it like it's nothing, but
Right. But you notice why would you ever pick a fight with that,
No, exactly.
right? So you're swinging with the weight.
Yeah.
And that's what creates that pause at the top of the swing.
Yeah.
So now let's see a couple of practice swings with your golf swing and get the same feel with your arms and club.
Yeah, it's a little weird now.
So, I mean, obviously you've got some freaking good pipes, so those arms weigh very heavily from your shoulders.
Yeah.
So really feel the weight of your arms and club perform that same levitation and that same pause. There it is.
so nice.
Look at how rhythmic that is. So now you got your distance to ball. While you were doing that, you saw where the blur was going.
Yeah, I did.
You saw where the blur was bottoming out.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let the weight of that arm club unit deliver left edge of that spot. Very nice. So that was a little thin 7-iron.
Yeah.
Okay, a little 160 carry.
Yeah.
Let's see another one. Okay.
Getting
So just before you swung,
Yeah.
what were you focused on?
I was trying to release the left edge of the meter point.
Perfect. So what
Drop.
feel were you looking for to deliver that way?
Um,
Heavy momentum?
heavy momentum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see that again. So you remember at the top of the backswing what it should feel like in order for you to fall that way?
Yeah, I got it going in a different
Good.
trajectory.
Very nice. So you're starting it right on the proper line. You could just close the face a little more. That was a little, quarter groove low,
Yeah.
but it was like 170 carry. So let's look at right here what that looks like. So if you look at the analysis of that club,
Yeah.
so you're coming in from 2 degrees from the inside,
Yeah.
but the face is 1.3 degrees open.
Okay.
That's why it's starting like 2.5 degrees to the left and it's not coming back.
Okay.
But you're still very close to the pin.
All right.
And you still have a nice downward angle of attack.
Okay.
And you're relatively finding the center of the face, it's just a little thin.
All right.
But you're right in the middle of that club face. So your distance to ball is excellent.
Yeah.
And all we have to do now is just close the face a bit more,
All right.
or allow it to release a little bit more.
Okay.
Which one would you say?
Sometimes I think it's your release.
My release is always iffy.
Right.
It needs fine tuning.
Sometimes it feels like you like hold on to it a little bit.
Yeah.
So with your kind of strength,
Yeah.
it's really easy to hang on to the club.
Exactly.
He's going, I want to place it over there.
Stuck in that.
Instead of, so if you look at the heft of your arm, you ever play ping pong?
Not enough to really just, get used to the.
See, that is the right move right there. Show me that.
Yeah. This.
Yes.
Yeah.
So show me a heaviness to that move.
Okay.
Yeah, feel how heavy the arm is when it's performing that?
Yeah.
So when you're performing that heavy release in the direction you want to start the ball,
Yeah.
you should feel how that right hand snaps under the left hand. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
Yeah.
So use the weight of the arms
Yeah.
to also release themselves in the direction you want to start the ball. Okay? Let's try that. Haha. How did that feel?
That was so nice.
All right. So let's see what the numbers say on that one. So now, still 1.5 open,
Yeah.
2.8 from the inside. So you still have a smidgen of a fade, but look at the center contact now. That was right in the middle of the club face.
Right.
And now we're 172 carry, so we picked up about 5 yards. Still have about the same, you're at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So let's see you just close the face a bit more
Okay.
and feel that same release. That was really good. All right. A little thin, so it's still just a hair open. I mean, you're on the left side of the green, on a consistent basis there, just about 50 feet away from the pin.
Yeah.
Show me how you close the face.
So.
Right. So you feel that the face is now more closed?
Yeah.
Perfect. Same heavy momentum. Do you remember how to find the low point of that ball? Remember the 2T drill?
Yeah.
Right? So feel like that low point
Is right here.
more over there. That's it. So lean into the target a bit more.
Okay.
That's it. Excellent. There's the
There,
draw.
it's coming back.
Straight draw right there.
Straight draw. That was gorgeous.
Nice.
So now the club face. Now to you, did it feel like very closed
Yeah.
compared to normal?
Yeah.
So now the face is only 3 degrees closed.
Okay.
So you went from 1.5 open to 3 degrees closed.
Yeah.
Now we have a very slight spin axis to the right,
Yeah.
right? Right in the center of that club face. That was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And now if we look at, so now you're 20 feet from the flagstick on the right-hand side of the flagstick. That was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's way better.
So you pulled it just a smidge.
Yeah.
Did you stay with the direction or did you kind of default a little bit?
I defaulted a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now your spin is 300 revolutions to the right instead of, so we look at side spin, you were 800 left, 250 left, 500 left, 1,000 left. These were all left.
Yeah.
And now you're 300 to the right. And 300 revolutions per minute to the right is very, very small.
Right.
So that would maybe move 1.5 yards in the air. That's it.
Okay.
Okay? So that's your straight draw. So the last grip club relationship that you had would be the one you would play with today.
Okay.
Tomorrow could be a little different.
That's right. Yeah.
right? But so you notice how we had a wonderful pattern.
Yeah.
And then, okay, the way I'm releasing today and the way, so you notice how your patterns are very consistent. You're getting the ball out there 170 on the mark.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is just tweak the club face a little bit and just reconfirm that release, and we're all set.
Yeah. It's all practice at this point, right?
That's it, exactly. A little practice, a little feedback.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we, between Savannah's heavy momentum, Menashe, the same thing, that sledgehammer drill. A lot of people say, well, I'm having a hard time feeling this in my longer clubs. And the difference when you go to the driver compared to the irons, because you notice with the irons, the club is a lot more underneath you.
Yeah.
And you get a lot more, let's say, vertical drop, if you will.
Yeah.
Right?
It's right.
But then when you take the driver and the hands are a lot further away from you, then what you're looking for when you're trying to feel the weight of the arms and club, you're feeling the weight of that arm club unit in action.
Right.
So when I take this and I give it a good rip, there's a lot of pull that occurs with my arms and club.
Right.
So the place where I'm going to feel the most pull in the backswing, I'll feel it about here, just before my arm folds and my wrist hinge up. And in my follow through, I'm going to feel it out there when it's moving in the direction of my target.
Yeah.
So you're looking for weight in this area on your follow through. So you're not trying to, feel, because at one point when you take your backswing, as the arms start to fold, the wrists, the right arm folds and the wrists hinge up, and you start feeling that upward levitation, you're not going to feel any weight at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But gravity is probably the thing that we can bank on the most.
Yeah.
It's not going away. It's been around for billions of years. It's going to be around for billions more. So your machine is so nicely tuned to that. If you're afraid of missing, you're going, okay, where is everything over here so I can make sure I don't miss the ball? You'll run into some big time trouble.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, hey, I'm just going to I'm going to go feel that nice heft over here. And now we're looking for that. You can't rush that.
No.
Yeah.
And then you're just waiting until you find that experience. And then you say, yeah, I felt that beautiful experience out there. Well, what is it that's left? Is you need to predict that the ball's going to be in the way of that.
Yeah.
So Sav, come on back in here. So in the second half of this video, and you'll see this in another video that I did a while back when we were living in Toronto, we had a little backyard setup there, and we did a predict solid contact and direction, Shawn Clement. You'll see that on YouTube. And so we're going to use Savannah here to make that prediction, and that'll confirm what I just spoke to Moo about, because Menashe is very well versed with what we do here at Wisdom in Golf now. Yeah. So, and you can see how finely tuned he is. It's such a pleasant experience giving this guy a lesson, because he gets it right away. So it's like a 15-minute lesson. Get the hell out of here and let's go practice, right? Yeah. So it's awesome. So when we get set up, we're going in that direction, right, Sav?
Yep.
So let's say you were going to throw your club in that direction.
Okay.
Let's say set up above the ball here and show me a pretend throw. So where would you say peak speed was? Over there. So you're throwing the club in that direction and you're not letting go. So you feel how that club caught up to your hands right about there.
Yeah.
Now, when you did that, did you see how far you missed the ball by?
Yeah.
So that gave your brain a nice reference.
Yeah.
So get a little lower, just like in the middle of the ball. So from there, if you make the same throw, do you feel like you're going to top it?
Yeah.
Okay, make the same throw and let's see if you do. Good. So that was nice and thin.
Yeah.
So you minimize the damage.
Yeah.
So now let's see you lower it all the way to the ground. And if you throw it in that direction, now do you feel that there's a dandelion stem ready to be cut?
Yeah.
Give it a nice throw out there. Fantastic. So look at the height on that. Nice trajectory, right? So now, if you were to lower yourself a lot more than that, Come on way down. Lower yourself big time. So if you throw from there, do you feel like there's going to be a little resistance?
Yeah.
So now it's going to drag too much through the dirt.
Yeah.
So come on back up and feel where you need to be to give it a good throw.
Right here.
Good. Excellent. Nice direction, nice trajectory.
Let me do one more.
So let's look now at distance to ball.
Right.
So you notice that was a little heely?
Yeah, I felt it.
All right. So now show me a distance to ball where you'd be way too far. So right now you feel like this.
Yeah.
If you throw, you can't stay in balance.
No.
So if you hit the ball solid, you'll have to take a step for that.
Yeah.
And if you stay in balance, you can't hit the ball solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so get yourself way too close. So now it feels like your arms are all bunched up against you.
Yeah.
So show me the one that feels nicely stretched out. Do you feel like you can go and throw that way and still stay in balance?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, that's a different sound.
Yep.
And wasn't that a lot further too?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, nobody likes those Healy shots.
Exactly. So in your case, it's something that I had, sorry dear, I had you at 170 yards. Let me get you back down. So that's something that you got to keep an eye on. Everybody has their own little, there are 4 items in that prediction process. And then you just need to get a little more practice with that, the one that's too far, too close, and just right.
Yeah.
So now we got, how about ball position? Show me a ball position that's way too far forward. So right now, could you stay to the left of the intermediate point from there?
Not really.
That'd be very difficult. You'd have a tendency to pull right around. So the further forward you have, go even further forward than that. So there's no way you could stay there now.
No.
Okay, now that's it. Too far back, and now you feel like you're going like a 1.5 feet to the left of that.
Yeah.
So which one allows you to start the ball left edge, right? And finally, what goes with that is this right here. You see that lovely lip logo right there? So this is considered a very strong grip. And for super strong grip. For most men, this would be way too much torque.
Yeah.
But this grip is very important for juniors, for gals like you who have some really good range in your wrists, but very small hands.
Yeah.
So you need, look, you're only drawing the ball a couple of yards when you're drawing it.
Yeah.
So, and you can hit the power fade very easily.
Yeah.
And you will see a lot of tour players with this grip. Paul Azinger, a guy that you haven't seen on tour in a while, is retired, is Ted Treba. Man, that guy, if he had 5 knuckles, he'd have shown 5 knuckles on his grip. You look at Webb Simpson, look at Matt Kuchar.
A lot of the LPGA girls have it.
A lot of the LPGA girls
Well, we
have
went and watched them in Florida.
Yep.
Like 90% of them had a strong grip.
Exactly. So beware of, what you see in the magazines and what you see in the golf books and how they say, well, you want your club face to be square and you want a neutral grip so you don't put too much tension in the machine.
I can't get through the ball if I don't have it.
It's impossible, right?
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons, if you hold your club straight out here, Sav, hold it nice and horizontal to the ground. So if we were to take your grip and make it neutral, see how close that face would be?
Yeah.
Okay. So for most of you, and this is what I call the baseball acid test, or if you were playing baseball or tennis, do a backswing now. Show me just before impact what it would look like. Keep coming. See? So you notice that's no longer closed, is it? Because the hands are always going to lead. So as you're collecting the ball here slightly open, the ball then squeezes against the face and then comes off the club face as it moves in that direction.
Yeah.
So for you, and what we're trying to do is we take our heavy axe, our heavy sledgehammer, and we let that momentum go in that direction.
Yeah.
When you let it go in that direction, when you throw the club in that direction, what's your ball doing in the air? For you, it's doing brilliant stuff in the air, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting incredible distance, fantastic accuracy, and it feels like there's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to finagle or square up.
Yeah.
If you feel the need to square up prior to impact, your grip club relationship is off, plain and simple.
Yeah.
If you're allowed to swing in the direction you want to start the ball because you've made a proper prediction and you're properly focused on the weight of that arm club unit releasing you in that direction,
Yeah.
now we can go play golf. Now we're firing with real bullets.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's see you finish with a nice one here. Beauty. So we'll put a nice swing of salves in slow motion for you. Do one more. Good, nice carry. Fantastic. Woo, yeah. How about that? Beautiful shot, Sav.
Thank you.
Way to go. Moo, thank you very much for your assistance in this video. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. All the best.